2024. Our topic or our timeline is all about World War II until the present time. It is a global timeline of a major events. Before we start, I would like to introduce myself. I am Mark Ryan Marqueta, and I will be the one who will report for today. 1945 was one of the most devastating conflicts in human history, resulting in the loss of millions of lives and shaping the global political, economic, and social order. In the decades that followed, the world entered a new era marked by the Cold War, colonization, technological advancements, and the rise of global institutions. This report provides a concise overview of key global events from the end of World War II to the present. So our report is all about World War II and until present time. Test your understanding of these events. So fasten your seatbelt. Your ears and all your ears and eyes should focus on you. Are we clear? Yes. Okay, for our objectives, can you guys read out for our objectives?
Summarize major global events from the end of World War II to the present. To provide a brief explanation of each event which is here. To highlight the historical and contemporary significance of these events.
Okay, thank you. Are you clear with our objectives? Alright. Now, we have here our timeline. First, we have information of the United Nations from 1945. It was established to promote international peace, security, and cooperation. Next, we have the Cold War. It begins during 1947. A period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. Next, we have the decolonization from 1945 and 1990s. Many African and Asian countries gained independence from European colonial powers. This era was the era where a lot of countries from Africa and Asia gained an independent organization or administration from European colonization. Next, we have Mr. Nolan to proceed to continue my lesson or our report.
So next in our timeline is the Korean War from 1950 to 1953. So the Korean War actually started in 1950, the month of June, when North Korea attacked South Korea. North Korea is a communist country wherein the government is solely governing the country. Meanwhile, the South Korea is a democratic country, a system of government wherein the people are voting for the president or their leader. So after World War II, Korea was divided along the 38th parallel. The 38th parallel is an imaginary line that is naghahatik sa North and South Korea. The invasion led the United Nations made with the US to defend South Korea. Then China later joined the North Korea to support North Korea. So this war was very intense. It caused millions of deaths in Korea. It ended in 1953 with an armistice agreement. Pero hindi talaga ito peace treaty because until now, North and South Korea are still or technically at war. So the conflict strengthened the division between the communist and the non-communist countries during the Cold War. Competition between the US and the Soviet Union to achieve milestones in space exploration. So the space race was a competition between the United States and the Soviet Union to prove technological and scientific superiority. So it began in 1957 when Soviet Union released or launched their first space machine, which is Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite. So this shocked the US, and then they started to raise to achieve more space milestone. So the Soviet also sent the first human into the space, which is Yuri Gagarin, which is in 1961. So in response to this, the United States also launched their first space exploration led by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin on 1969, and they successfully landed on the moon. So the space race led to major achievements and advancements in science, technology, and engineering, and it symbolizes global rivalry between two superpowers, which is the Soviet Union and the United States. Next is the Vietnam War, a major conflict in Southeast Asia involving the US and the North Vietnam. The Vietnam War that spread communism. Vietnam was divided into North Vietnam, which is a communism government, and it is supported by the Soviet Union, and South Vietnam supported by the United States. So the US became heavily involved to prevent the spread of communism in Southeast Asia because they believe in the domino theory, which is that if one country fell into communism, others would follow. So the war involved guerrilla warfare, heavy bombings, widespread destruction. So it was highly controversial that people actually protested against it in 1973 in the US. North Vietnam captured Saigon, leading to the reunification of Vietnam under communist control. So Vietnam is under now the communist control. So next is the fall of Berlin Wall in 1989. So this symbolizes the end of the Cold War and reunification of Germany. The Berlin Wall was actually built in 1961 to divide East Berlin, the communist and controlled Soviet Union, and the West Berlin, a democratic supported by the United States and its allies. So it was just not an ordinary wall. It became a powerful symbol of division during the Cold War. So East Germany followed communism, meaning the government controlled most of the businesses and limited personal freedoms. So many people from the East Germany wanted to move to the West because life there had more economic opportunities and freedom. However, the wall prevented them from crossing, so families were separated and escape attempts were often dangerous. So in 1989, due to growing public protests and weakening of the Soviet control, the government announced that people could cross the border. So the citizens began to move from the East Vietnam to the West Vietnam. So the fall of Berlin Wall symbolizes the collapse of communist control in Eastern Europe and led to the reunification of Germany in 1989. So next is the end of Cold War. The dissolution of the Soviet Union marked the end of the Cold War era. So the Cold War officially ended in 1991 when the Soviet Union dissolved. The word dissolution means the kawatak-watak or the break apart of allies of the Soviet Union. So the main problem or major problem because of this downfall is the economic crisis, political reforms, and nationalism. So when the Soviet Union collapsed, the long rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union ended. So now the United States becomes the world's only powerful country or nation in the world. Next is the rise of China in 1978 to the present. So China's economic reforms under Deng Xiaoping led to rapid global influence. So although the Cold War ended, global power did not remain the same. So in 1978, China actually began major economic reforms that is led by Deng Xiaoping. And with these economic reforms, changes in how country manage its economy. So the China politically a communist country, but it allowed elements of market economy. So that is why their economy grew, and until today, China is very progressive in the years as well. So next is will be reported by my other group.
Globalization from 1990s up to the present time. So what happened during globalization is, in this time, the interconnectedness increases through the trading, through the help of trading, the inventions of different technologies, and as well as through the culture. That happened in the 1990s and up to the present time. Then the next is environmental awareness that happened from 1972 to the present time as well. The 1972 UN Conference on the Human Environment raised global awareness about the environmental issues because as we can see in our environment as of the moment, we have different issues just like the different pollutions that exist in waters and at the same time in lives. That could help us to prevent or encourage us to wait the said pandemic. And the next is the 9/11 attacks that happens in 2001. The terrorist attacks the US led to the war on terror and global security changes. So, dito po nangyari ay yung pagkatapos po ng attack ng classmates. Then the next is to be reported by histories.
In the Middle East and North Africa, people protested because of corruption, unemployment, high food prices, and lack of freedom. For example, in Tunisia, so mainly it's about the North Africa, and protests lead to removal of President Ben Ali. And on the other hand, in Egypt, President Hosni Mubarak stepped down after massive demonstrations. However, in countries like Syria and Libya, the uprising turned into civil wars. So this agreement in 2008, this is a global agreement where nearly 10 countries promise to reduce carbon emissions to fight climate change. For example, countries agree to split sulfur emissions. So the goal is to limit global warming to below 2 degrees Celsius to prevent extreme weather, rising sea levels, and stronger typhoons. Lastly, is the present day, which is 2024. And today, the world faces ongoing challenges. For example, the climate change is causing stronger storms and heat waves. In addition, we have also the geopolitical tensions such as wars and conflicts between countries affect global stability. At the same time, technological innovation, especially the artificial intelligence or what we call AI, is changing now the education, healthcare, and also our communication. So in conclusion, these events show how political movements, environmental actions, and technology continue to shape our world today. Right? Right. So that will be all about the work of Part 2 and present.
Files. Number 7. Number 8. And for number 9. For our multiple choice, number 10. Are you guys done? Now, we have here your essay. Answer this. Okay, this is the question. How has the impact of the World War II and subsequent global events shaped the modern world in terms of political, economic, social, and technological development? There's an answer here. Yeah.
Hanggang mo na ang AC na lang.
Okay, escape paper receiving.
First, which event marked the beginning of the Cold War? The answer is letter C. Number 2. What was the main objective?
Boy.
Sure? Yes. Okay, very good. Letter B. 3. Which event led to the colonization of many African and Asian countries? What was the main goal of space Yes, letter E. Explore space and gain. Number 5. Which was the major conflict and civilization conflict in Yes, letter again. Number 6. What event symbolized the end of the Cold War and the Let it be the fall of Berlin Wall. 7. Which year marked the end of the Cold War?